So bear with me right now. I am trying a new little tripod jammy, and I think for today you're gonna be looking at me draw sideways, and I apologize for that, but I need to figure out a new system here. My actual tripod, the little thing that holds the camera or the phone, broke. So yeah, you guys will have to get me from the side like this today until I figure out a new fresh way to get this working. So like I said, just bear with me. Move all this stuff out the way. Send out the link right now. Go. Turn this to mute for me. Share. Copy. Paste. Cool, cool, cool. We should be in the house. So yeah, we're gonna draw Yusuke from Persona 5. I've been playing Persona 5 for a couple months now. I think I'm maybe 30 or 40 hours in. I've been drawing mostly the girls from there. And I felt like I needed to draw one of the dudes, so let's turn this a little bit. Get it sideways. And so I have a picture of him pulled up. And I have just been looking at it for a little bit. And so that's how I start. What I usually use most live reference, but this is anime, so I'm gonna just use the one that I found on the Google search. And so how I go about it, I look at the reference for 10-15 minutes or however long, just long enough so I can get the stuff in my brain and allow it to marinate, see shapes. And so the way he is, he's got a hard curve for his spine. Then I'll just draw a shape for the head. He's got his collar here coming across his face just a bit. He's got his hair kind of coming out here. And like I said, right now I'm just looking at it, drawing shapes, the shapes I see. And I'm using my iPad, and the app I'm using is Procreate. And then he's got a sword coming back the other way. So he's got his hand here. He's got another hand here. And again, these are just rough shapes that I'm doing. And I'll draw these shapes just a little darker so y'all can see, because I'm looking at my screen. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Again, just drawing shapes, trying to fill stuff out, seeing what needs to go where. And obviously, I'm going off the page, so I can hit. What is this here? It's the select tool, and I have uniform down here, freeform, and I leave it on uniform so it won't distort itself. And then I could just grab one of the handles in the corner and just shrink the picture down some, the actual sketch, so it'll fit on a page. And then just kind of keep going with it. And for the most part, I could see kind of what I want and how I want it to look. One, it's already been drawn, so I don't really need to do too much more recreating the wheel, if you will. That wheel, if you will. So for me, I'm just looking for shapes now and making sure stuff falls where it's supposed to. And that was just a jump off, so now stuff is starting to get a little bigger, and I need to move stuff around. His hand is here. He got like his hand over the sword, like he's unsheathed it just a bit, like he's getting ready to slice somebody up. Grab my eraser and get rid of that hand, and make it push this hand out some more. Arm up here. And I'm kind of, at this moment, I guess I'm a little pleased, kind of where stuff is falling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on his head area, because then I can grab. So this is a selection tool, but this is like a lasso tool, and I can draw and just cut out a part that I want to resize. And if I hit that, then I'll just only resize the part that lasso selected. And I'll blow this up a little bit. And I could probably do another layer, but I think I'm gonna just stick with this one layer and run it and see what I get. So now I'm gonna go back over and just kind of redefine some stuff. Make sure, you know, his mouth is where it's supposed to be. Let's erase some of that. I'm not sure what they've been doing on this. But anyway, all right. So he's got a dip right here. I'll take note of that mentally. And his jawline starts coming back out about here. So now I can see I need to move his hair up just a little bit. I can erase that one. And his hair kind of falls here. So if he's got his collar like coming up about right here, I know all that comes back out here. And again, I'm still kind of just sketching this stuff. Nothing is really etched in stone just yet. Just feeling my way through it. And like I said, making sure the shapes and stuff line up right. Making sure his nose and all that stuff is where it's supposed to be. His mouth is kind of like right here. So got the shadow coming up over here like so. I'll just scribble a shadow in just to so I know what's happening. His hair kind of falls back in here. He's got some strands happening. The video game itself is just really dope, though. A piece of hair and in his ear. And again, I'm kind of still just scribbling stuff in, you know, nothing, still nothing permanent. You know, most people think drawing anime and manga and all that stuff is easy. It's still just as hard as any American comic book. You still got to know your shapes, you got to know your body parts, all that stuff is just as involved, if not more, because it's simplified and you got to make it look believable, you know? I'll move that out a little bit, bring this up here, you got a shadow here. He's kind of looking back, so we'll put the pupil here. Alright, so we got his mouth, eyes, and all that stuff. His eye might be a little big. So if I got his ear right here, now I know I need to add more of his head back here. Which kind of comes up here. And again, I'm just shaping stuff out. collar coming around here. His neck. And now we got his jacket. And as I'm doing this, I see already I need to move his hand. So what I can do, I'll show you in a second here. So like I was saying with this lasso tool, I can grab, because I like the way his hand is shaped. So I can go around his hand, select it, keep it uniform down here, and just move his hand over. I don't need to move anything else. You got his collar, the collar coming around out here. And then it comes the chin. So now, because this hand moved over, that hand needs to move over. Just take that, slide that over. And now I'm going to select the whole thing again and shrink it just a bit more. That's the one thing I like about digital art. Long gone is the making huge mistakes and regretting it. You can just undo stuff or move stuff. With Procreate, like if let's see if I can get a darker pen here. So I put that line there. On Procreate, if I hit 2 fingers, it's undo. If I use 3 fingers, I can put it back. So I'll undo that. Again, this is it's a little S up top here, and it's like the lasso tool on Photoshop. So if you can draw with it, and there's little marching ants that are going around what I selected. And if I hit the actual selection tool up top here, the little arrow, it just creates a box for me. I guess they done that to make it easier for me to move, or you to move. You can resize it. And so I'm only messing with this other hand. I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller. I can do whatever I want with it. And to unselect it, just tap the arrow again and it's deselected. So the brushes I use are from man, what is this dude's name? I want to say no, that's Kyle Webster's for Photoshop. This other guy I have bought some brushes from, but I can't remember his name right now. But it only had 4 brushes, and that's what I liked about it the most, is that it was very limited. I don't need 20 different type of airbrushes and 50 different types of this and that. Procreate already comes with hella brushes, so I don't need any more of those. And it's just, he's got a simple airbrush, a pencil, an inking pen, and something he calls a flatter, because he's a professional comic book colorist. And what flatting is that instead of me trying to darken in his hair with a pencil or something like that, he's made a flatter, and it just covers a lot of space very quickly. If you see what's happening here, and it's just a block brush. You know, there's nothing fancy about it. I can get tight in on certain things where I want to or whatever. Now, if it was something else I needed to do, I could probably just drop some ink in and with the fill button, but that flatter brush makes quick work of anything, and I like it. Um, so what are y'all doing for Halloween? Anything happening? Um, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, I gotta work tomorrow. I got a tattoo I need to do, but not doing anything special. I don't think. Ooh, excuse me. Um, you could blow it up, turn the picture around so you guys can see it a little better like that. That's kind of what I'm working on. Like I said, I apologize for it being sideways like it is, but that's what I had to work with for this evening because my other device decided to break on me. So, um, but at this point, I'm kind of happy with his face. So I'm gonna just kind of go in and do just a few little dark lines. Um, and almost define stuff where I want it to be. Boo doo doo doo. His eye looks like it's kind of hanging down the wrong way. So again, I'll get my selection tool. Actually, let's select all that stuff. His eyebrow, his shadow under the eyelid, and all that. And then I could turn it just a little bit, like I need it to be. And make it just a little bit smaller. And there. Deselect it and kind of just jump back into it. When I get through, I'm gonna put this out there for y'all to grab the Photoshop file. I'm gonna also make some folders for you guys to grab stuff too. I got different tiers, and some of you guys have joined some of the other tiers, so I need to step up and get that stuff together for y'all. But what I was gonna say is that I really appreciate y'all for your crazy support. There's some people that have been with me for almost a year now, probably a little over a year, and trust me, it is greatly appreciated. I'm almost at one of my goals that I wanted to reach, and then with that goal, you'll be able to see kind of what your donations or support will go towards. I'm just putting in the shines and stuff in his hair right now. Again, still kind of just blocking some stuff out. And honestly, that's all it is. You know, even if I was to take another, like even a real photograph. So let's close him out real quick. And let me pull up some real reference. And let's see what I got in here. Risque stuff going on. So if I turn my page back around, and it's a girl sitting kind of Indian stylish. So first I'm looking for her center line and her head. So I see her head and she's looking off in that direction. So I'll draw like an ovalish type. Those are her eyes, her neck, kind of coming down, but it's almost something like that. And that's her spine. Put her jawline in real quick, just so we can get an understanding of what's happening here. Right, so we got her nose, eyes, and mouth. This is just something quick so I can show you kind of with a real person or not, or anime. And so now I got her head and her spine, kind of the way it's shaped. I'm looking for shapes, landmarks, all this stuff I'm thinking about as I'm drawing stuff, right? And so we got our shoulders, and then it comes, her back kind of comes back in. She's got a lot of hair, so I'm just shaping out hair. Like there's no strands that I'm doing right now. None of that. I'm just using shapes. Her hand is kind of in her lap or on her legs. And now, so we got some foreshortening happening. Foreshortening is like coming towards us. Her shirt is doing some crinkling and stuff down there. And this leg is pointing towards us here, the bottom leg. And her hands are kind of like on her calves, I guess, is what it looks like. And we got her forearm coming out just a bit here. Her shirt. Hair is kind of hanging all around here. And again, I'm just fleshing stuff out, shaping it out. I'm sorry, I'm shaping it out. I'm not fleshing anything out yet. Her feet, or her foot right there. She seems to be a little thin. Coming up here like that. And her thigh. And then that's the pose. You know, I'm kind of, again, this is just a quick sketch of what I see. And I guess letting you guys look at it will help show the reference here. Let me see if I can move this. So that's what I got from a quick, 5 minutes of that. Or not even 5 minutes, really, maybe 2 minutes or something. And again, it's just the shapes. So here you can see we got our head, that line that I drew. Here's a foreshortening, her other leg, and her hands. If you look here, we got her head, that line that I was showing you, some foreshortening, her leg, and her hands right there. Let's see if I can get this back up here where it was. And that's it, y'all. You know, the key is to one, just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna get better at anything, really. You know, it's not just drawing; it's sports, singing, anything. You know, if you want to be the best, I was in IT for a minute. You know, you just gotta keep pushing at it and making it work. And drawing is the same way. You know, people always ask, like, you know, what pencil and what this and what that. That really doesn't matter. What matters is how much time you put into this. And if you want to be successful at it, you know, you just got to work and work and work. Take off my sweatshirt here. But yeah, I'll just continue this and finish it up. Keep plugging away at it and make sure it's, you know, dope when I'm finished. That's the main thing, you know. Make sure it's where it needs to be. I would like to probably tattoo this on somebody, so it definitely got to be hella dope. So that's all I got, man. Just keep practicing. Like I said, I'm gonna put some stuff on. I'm gonna set up some folders and make sure you guys at the different level of support can grab whatever you need to grab. And just let me know how everything is going. And that's Sosuke. But as always, I do appreciate y'all for hanging out. Hopefully next week I will have this stuff figured out as far as my setup here. I'm kind of hand holding it now, so I like the little device I got. It's just a little portable tripod. But I need to figure out how to connect it so it's looking straight down like this when I draw instead of sideways. Oh, excuse me. I got to get ready for this tattoo tomorrow. I got to put this guy's picture in and kind of mess with it and everything. So, as always, I do appreciate y'all for hanging out. Click the link. Check it out. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Give me some stuff on what you guys might want to see me draw or if you need tips on anything as far as business wise, as far as an artist, me and my mentor, we are talking about doing a podcast slash YouTube channel type thing. So I think that'll be next year. We got to figure some stuff out, episodes and all that stuff, but be on the lookout for that too. So, but I will see you guys next week. Peace.